Hello, this is Heather Embry Warren here of Blossoming Heart Intuitive Arts, and this is this week's video on Heart to Heart with Heather, how to heal and live more from your heart. So the topic of this week's video is about how to feel the love within. Oftentimes when there's relationship conflicts or losses, we go into a stress state and we can lose sight of who we are, what we're about. We can sometimes go into a desperate state where we will act and behave and say things that are not of our truth or our character. And much of the journey of life, and I would describe it as the journey of the soul, is that we're here to shed what is not us, what has been put on us, what has been delivered to us through our family, through the relationships in our life, our school systems, anything that is blocking us from feeling that sense of peace, love, and joy. And so whenever you're feeling that out of alignment, or you're feeling like the conflicts, like it's just not, you're like, this is not me on any level. I've been there. I've had journeys of going down roads that are not me. What others expected of me. Then it's important to get back to what you love and to be able to own it and start living that way. So just a few tips on how to do that. There's one is to reflect on a time in your childhood of when you felt the happiest, the most at peace, you felt like the most joy or creativity. So for some people it's climbing trees, some people it's coloring in the coloring book, other people it's taking apart things from like machines, building Lego, but just really capture that time if you can in your heart and mind. And really, even if you need to journal a bit about like what is that about for you, and then how can you do that more in your life now? So you may not be able to climb up a tree now, but you might have had the joy of being out in nature, being around trees, having your own space, pushing your physical limits. You really want to get to figure out what that really was. For me, I loved sitting in silence in my room without anybody around me, and I just sat and contemplated things. And I loved looking at, almost had I had a bit of a philosophical outlook on things. And so I look at it and I'm like, I love meditation. I love stillness. I love being by myself. And that makes me a great introvert, a great intuitive, all of that, but I was teased saying that I was lazy. And so I squished it and I felt like I had to be active, active, active. So I encourage you to take a look at your life, try to let go of the negative voice, the critical voice, any part of you that went, you know what, I actually really liked to dance. And just because I wasn't a great dancer, screw it, I'm gonna dance. So see if you can bring that back into your life this week. And another tip is to be able to, really take a look at what you value in life now. Like, what do you really care about? For mine, it's the earth and the environment and ecology and taking care of natural health, natural life. So for me, it's holistic healing and eco practices, ways that I can help Mother Earth. So that is important to me, and I need to do that in my life. Just greening my house more, less toxic environments, medicines, natural medicines, all of that. It is what I love. And it's almost like once you get tuned into that, everything just becomes really clear as to what you put your attention on, what you don't, what you sign up for, what you do in life, and what you don't. And it starts getting you out of that depressed or desperate cycle and into like, I care about this. Okay, so try those two things this week. I'd love to hear from you. I also, if you wanted to do any work together, if you feel like your heart is aching from a hurt, loss, or difficult relationship, you can book a free initial session. Take a look at my offerings there. I do intuitive readings, energy balancing, personal retreat days, heart-to-heart sessions, ways to be able to get you to a place where you can fall in love with life again. It would be a pleasure and honor to do that with you. So I hope you have a wonderful day, week, evening, wherever this finds you, and we'll see you next week.